Hello everyone and welcome back to Discworld. I'm Pete.
And I'm Viv.
And I don't think there's anything down here yet.
Custard King.
Oh yeah, they've rerun it. But anyway, the last time we were here, last time we've, okay, I'll start again. Our goal this time is to become a hero with a 1,000,000 to 1 chance of killing the dragon. So, what we've discovered we need so far, well, let's go back to the city gate and we'll get a quick refresher. So here's everything we've discovered we need so far. So we need a badass moustache, a birthmark, a black mask, a posing pouch, a magical spell, and a sword that goes ding!
So tell me, what would be the odds of me slaying a dragon if I had a sword that went ding, and if I had a birthmark, and if I had a moustache, and if I recited a magic spell, and if I was wearing a posing pouch, and if I was wearing a black mask?
Ah, now that's an easy one. I'd say... $850,000 to 1.
Well, it's a step in the right direction at least.
Close.
Okay, so now let's get back to exploring the place. Let's check in with our two favourite palace goons again.
Clear off, you. Every time you come around, you start trouble.
Who, me? Look,
We're not listening.
look.
We're not listening.
Well, they're not listening. So, how do we sneak our way past them this time, do you think? Yeah, this one's a bit outside the box. So, do you remember the bag of... the bag of leeches we got from Dibbler?
Yeah.
If we look inside, we have just leeches on their
Leeches?
own.
Ah, nothing like an invertebrate to get you going in the morning.
Now, remember, one of the guards' berserk button is calling his wife fat.
I was just wondering.
What is it now?
Don't listen.
Well, it's about this leecho-suction thing. Are you going to pay the balance you owe or what?
What leecho-suction?
I've patented new fat removal system. Your friend here put a down payment on for a treatment for your wife, and we need to collect the balance.
You backstabbing little...
Don't listen. It's a lie, just like all the other times.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, thanks, pal. No offence.
No, none taken.
Oh, good.
So do you want this leecho-suction or what?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, of course.
Clearly I'm dealing with inferior intellects, which is quite hard to do in my case.
So yeah, the palace has got a wee bit noisier since we were last here.
Yeah.
Oh look, the peasants gotten busy with all the chickens as well.
Stout fella,
They grew up so fast.
are you standing for this new tax?
It does seem a trifle harsh. How can I make progress up the social ladder if I get it in the neck?
Yeah, it's hard to get ahead without a head.
True that. Oh look, it's the little guy from the broken drum that we kind of got beaten up.
It really doesn't seem to be his day. Are you all right?
Yes, thank you, Mother.
It's him again.
And the chef from the university kitchen.
Pancake thieves, that's who's behind it. You're actual robbers of pan-fried bread goods.
I'll just let you get on with it then, shall I?
It's criminal. That's what it is, criminal.
Right. Right you are then. I'll just stand over here. Don't mind me.
Yeah, they're getting more direct and to the point, aren't they? Right, let's see what the
Well,
patrician
he's a busy
says.
man. Maybe this isn't the best time to bother him.
Yeah, let's do it anyway.
The patrician.
Yes, we've had this already.
It's all very simple. Try to understand. The new tax is per head, or as the lawyers say, per capita. If you don't like per capita, I can happily arrange the capita instead. The same goes for you. In a democracy, everyone gets treated the same.
Fair enough then. Now, I probably noticed there's a fair bit of smoke in here, so what exactly is this?
Oh, I see. Sort of a draconic calling card. That doesn't work.
I don't know what we were expecting. Exactly what point and purpose it serves, I'm not entirely sure, but anyway.
Now, I don't quite know if we want to go poking about down there. This hole is sort of, well, dragon shape now you come to mention it.
Yeah, so now the dragon's taken out a great big chunk of the palace, we can now access the dungeon. And someone told me you're someone who appreciates the finer dungeons of life, Viv.
I do love a dungeon.
The dungeons of life, what am I talking about?
You know, it's rather hard to find a decent back scratcher these days. Hello, who's this? The damn thing's occupied.
Shall we have a word then?
Hey-ho.
What in Offler's name are you doing here?
Slumming.
Or shall I release you?
No, no. The quota system's gone all to hell, so we're working on something new, pre-serving our prison time. You see, the average thief's prison sentence is about 2 years, but only 1 in 10 thieves actually gets caught. Therefore, if we all spend 2.4 months in jail, that clears everybody of their social debt. It's all very logical, you see. Patrician's idea.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. So, how's about this weather then?
Yes, I thought it was extraordinary myself. Apparently, a high-low pressure system has been moving left across the river valley, combined with a counterclockwise humidity layer caused by the internal combustion of tree roots.
Ah, yeah, exactly.
Well, there's something going on here, surely. Clearly, I can't talk today.
Hello, who's this? The damn thing's occupied.
This one too, huh?
Stealing all the gold in the kingdom, they said.
Pardon?
All the gold in the kingdom, it was given to me.
Likely story.
It's our old friend from the library.
Looks rather like a mouse hole. Sorry to disturb you.
It's all right then.
That doesn't work.
And there's eyes as well, if we can just get
Eyes. Perhaps we'd best not pursue this any further. That doesn't work.
Of course it doesn't. Oh, look who it is.
Always a pleasure to see a familiar face. Hello, are you all right?
Here, just look what they've got pinned onto my lapel.
Hello, Mr. Flower.
Oh, Chucky, Chucky, Chucky. Oh, Chucky, Chucky, Chucky.
Nice sturdy wood they use in these.
It's important to have standards for your torture devices.
Ah, an information retrieval technician. Well, I suppose it's a job, isn't it? Ah, yes. Hello. So, you're a torturer then?
Please, sir, we professionals within the industry prefer the term information extraction technician. A little nicety, sir, that marks an otherwise very old and dignified profession. Always does well to take pride in one's new line of work, sir.
So you're new at the job then?
Well, more like a promotion, really. I started off as a tax collector, and it's all the same department. Oh,
Tax
yes.
collector, you say?
Hey, don't I know you?
Oh.
You're one of them.
Little darts with scales and big long tails and...
What?
I'm not.
Hey.
I've never even seen you before. Even if they did throw
Well,
you
their
in the
dialogue
stomach.
muck up there, I
Someone
think.
might have been throwing tomatoes at you, but it wasn't me.
Ah, right, well, good. Because I'll tell you what, I'd have been ever so cross if you had been. Anyway, can I help you with anything, sir? A bit of torture on account? Something off the ears?
No, thanks. I'm just window shopping.
Can we look at the coals? Yes, we can.
Someone's left a potato in here. That doesn't work.
Oh, I want a potato.
Oh, no.
Oh, Chucky, Chucky, Chucky.
Nice sturdy wood they use in these.
So yeah, we've got a rack, 2 pair of racks here. And we've got a crank.
Oh.
A bit of payback for all those bad jokes.
Had enough?
Oh, no, not by a long stretch.
Now, this is actually one of the puzzles we have to do, and now, I just want you to see if you can work out the logic behind this one. I'm just going to let it speak for itself. If we go over and do the same on Chucky.
I'm melting. Oh, I'm melting. And your little dog too.
So, a sword.
Ah, a sword that goes plop
That sword's out of tune, that is. You want to take it to a dwarf, mate. They know all about tuning up swords.
So, why exactly was there a sword up there?
I have no idea.
Do we want to know?
No, I don't
A
want to know.
sword that goes ploink.
Yeah, I think they did a slightly too good a job coming up with the screams for him here. Just the sound effects in general are actually quite nasty. So anyway, we need to take that to... Still bubbling away.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything... Ah yes, there's a brush here.
A genuine hog bristle back scrubbing brush.
Now it's not nailed down, so obviously we're nicking that as well. Nothing else here. Okay, so we have to take the sword to a dwarf to get it tuned. Well, just so happens we know a dwarf. He's a bit tall for a dwarf, but he's a dwarf nonetheless. So let's head back up to the city gate and have a word with our friend Carrot. Okay, now this is a wee bit weird.
That doesn't work.
If we just try to show the sword to him, that doesn't work,
Okay.
obviously. If we just talk to him, we now have a sword option. Seems a needlessly roundabout way of doing things, but anyway, let's ask him.
You're all warriors. Warriors, what I must say. So, do you know anything about swords?
Ask me. You can get hurt with swords.
I know. Not for a real sword, see? You got to go and get a dwarfish sword. They're the only ones who know how to tune them properly.
Tune them, eh?
Try the mines if you're looking for dwarves. They'll do you a favour. Ahem. Right. Any friend of mine's is a friend of theirs.
Well, I'll just move along then, shall I?
Yeah.
Fine.
So yeah, it's not immediately obvious, but we now, based on that vague description, we now know the exact location of a dwarf mine, so
course.
we can go and ask them what it's all about.
Lo, behold the majesty of those tall, pointy stone things.
So these are the Ramtop Mountains, as you can see. A pretty big part of Discworld folklore in general. And speaking of Discworld folklore, we're now in a mine. In a mine.
Stout fella. Excuse me, are you a dwarven smith?
No, I'm Dwarven Llewellyn. Dwarven Smith is over there.
Rob Brydon yet again.
So you're definitely not a dwarven smith then?
No, I'm a miner.
What, underage?
Yeah, I'm only 137. They won't even let me into pubs yet.
What's it like being a dwarven miner?
Well, I just dig the all day through, apparently.
In a
Just
mine.
The hours are long, but the food's not bad. Plus, there's the Wandering Princess allowance.
Oh, really?
Yeah, sounds like a decent job, actually.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's see what Dwarven Smith has to
Spunky little
say.
blighters, aren't they? Excuse me, sir.
Yes? What is it? Haven't got all day. We dwarfen swordsmiths lead a busy life.
I think that's John Pertwee again. So let's see what he can do with this sword.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes? What is it? Haven't got all day. We dwarfen swordsmiths lead a busy life.
Swordsmith?
Yes?
As in your actual maker and tuner of magical swords?
Ah, that's the one.
Well, would you tune up this sword for me?
Yes? Will right now be soon enough for you?
Look, you're sure you're a dwarven swordsmith?
What do you mean?
Well, aren't you going to tell me that you won't do the task until I find some obscure item from somewhere?
Why?
Well, it's traditional. Nothing's easy for adventurers. There's always just one more object to collect.
True that.
Well, if you want it that way, I suppose. All right, go. And return only when you have brought me...
A glass of elderberry wine.
That's it. Complete your quest and then return. How was that?
Oh, marvellous. I can't thank you enough.
Any time.
So there, yet one more stumbling block in the way. We now need a glass of elderberry
I
wine.
always wanted one of those. Someone's left a potato in here.
What, in there as well?
That doesn't work.
Of course not. So all the way back to Ankh-Morpork we go. So where would one find elderberry wine, do we think?
Probably not in the pub.
Really?
They didn't seem to have much in there last time, did they?
Well, we got plenty in there, it's just all horrible.
Yeah.
But yeah, it actually is the broken drum. I don't think his dialogue has changed.
Hello.
Nope, still the same. Okay, so I accidentally went into the conversation twice, and no, there's no new dialogue, so let's move on. These two, I don't think, ever changed their dialogue, so we just blew right past them. Oh, but we do have something new here.
Clatchian cactus juice with something wriggling inside. A tankard of wine.
I can't, sir. The cellar's full of thingies. What are they called? You know, furry blighters with the tails.
What, foxes?
That's it, foxes. Hundreds of them, all squeaking and eating cheese. Oh, we've got a plague of foxes in our cellar.
Barkeep, a drink. Clatchian cactus juice.
Hang on, sir. I'll just have a look.
Yes?
Sorry, sir. Just increasing the dramatic tension.
Down the hatch.
Looks like it's been having a good time in that Clatchian cactus juice.
In true Broken Sword 2 fashion, we now have a worm liberated from the drink. One slightly inebriated worm, anyway. So there is elderberry wine here, but it's down in the cellar where no one dares dread because of the eyes. So we need to find a way to clear them out. Okay, so let's head back outside and continue exploring what all is new. Back to the proud city of Ankh-Morpork. Right, let's see, where have we not been yet? Yes, let's go to the alley. Oh look, it's our old friend the assassin again. And they've got wise this time, they've actually tied the ladder in place. In case someone comes along and knocks it down. I mean, who would do something like that?
What's in here then? Looks like cooking oil.
I don't know, what's this going on?
I could watch that for hours. What's that noise?
Oh, sorry.
That noise! What's that noise?
I can't hear you. Wait a minute while I turn off the noise.
Just tell me what you're doing.
I'm banging grains. It's for the clickies. We need a novelty food for people to eat while watching the shows.
Banged grain?
Great name. Yes, I thought it up myself.
Yeah, I can tell. Does it always make that awful noise? It's a civil disturbance, that is. Don't you need a license for doing that?
Well, I asked if you needed a permit to bang grain, and they've given me one of these instead.
This is a permit for soliciting street girls.
But is that better than exploded corn kernels with butter?
You don't get out much, do you?
So yeah, there's another one of those little kind of Discworld-y wordplay things. You know, in moving pictures, they try to think, okay, we have corn that goes pop. What should we call it? Bang grains, of course. It makes perfect sense.
Have you ever thought of...
What?
Well, the advantages of heading back into more traditional lines of work. Base metals into gold, that sort of thing.
No future in it. I turn one base metal into another one, and then another, and then into gold. 10 minutes later, it all reverts to the original metal again.
Back to first base?
Yes, that's the one.
But
You want to get your process cheaper. This stuff's too expensive.
Well, I bought the grain special from the grocers.
Why don't you go down the livery stable? You'd pay a third the price.
Yeah, that's an idea there. Now, you watch the shop for a moment, and I'll be back.
Okay, I'd actually intended to talk to use the rest of the conversation there, but no, he's gone off on his way. So obviously we're just going to watch the shop until he gets back. Yeah, keep an eye on this shop. You see how much we're watching the shop?
Yes.
So if we now head over to the livery stable, we'll find that the big bag of corn we nicked something from earlier is gone.
Winnie, if you love dragons. Lady Ramkin's Sunnyvale Dragon Sanctuary.
There's another new location unlocked.
I can't read this. It's all covered with mud. At least I hope that's mud.
Yeah.
Quite a trim little cart, that.
So if we head back to the map, we'll notice we've discovered Lady Ramkin's Dragon Sanctuary.
Yay.
Lady Ramkin's Dragon Sanctuary. Brimstone deliveries at the rear.
This is quite an impressive garden path,
Well,
isn't it?
I suppose when you're this rich, garden gnomes are just too passé.
Impressive house and all.
Yes. Well, it's all right if you go for that pre-patrician opulence. The front door. Yet another chance to have something closed in my face.
No, Rincewind never change.
Dragon-shaped. Well, I'll be...
I'm there for an hour, you will wait.
I wonder why she has such awful stockings.
I'm just feeding my little darlings now. Do come around the back.
Okay, fair enough.
Ah, the gardens seem to go all the way around. What a novel concept.
I know, it's the future. Now if we come over here.
That's the second largest woman I've ever seen.
I think that's a Monkey Island shout-out, I'm not sure. Well, recognise Lady Ramkin?
Oh, hello again.
Yes.
You're at the hairdresser's.
Yeah, she's the one we nicked the hair curler from. Still to talk to her, come on.
I'm Lady Ramkin. Do mind the doo-doos.
Eh?
Well, if you don't, the doo does what it does.
It does? What does it do?
Well, it does the dirty. The doo-doos, I mean. It can be dodgy, ducking doo-doos. If there's any carbon on your feet, you could be history. And geography. Dragon droppings are rather unstable, even explosive. That's what the boots are for. Can't go tracking this sort of thing in the house. It eats through the rugs. And the foundations, actually.
Oh, yes, yes. I'll be careful.
Some sort of constable, are you?
Eh?
Well, your hat. It's very grand. Officer's issue, I suppose.
No, not exactly. I'm a wizard.
Ah, sorry. I'm afraid I don't have much to do with men. Dragon fancier, are you?
Well, are we a dragon fancier?
Yeah.
I can't think of any reason not to be.
Run that bit about men past me again.
Oh, well, I've just never... Well, dragons have taken up most of my time, really. I've never really got the hang of... Well, you know, boys and everything.
Right, so... potential sacrifice material then? Yeah, just bear that in mind.
Let's not mention dragons. I've had a bad day.
Yeah, well, what else are you going to talk to Lady Ramkin about, Rincewind? Come on.
What on earth was that bang?
Oh, no, there goes another one. Poor little mite. He was one of my best breeders, too.
There he goes.
Off. He's He's gone off. It's the flames, you see. It's all in the digestion. The more combustible the food they eat, the more powerful the flame.
Really?
Now and then one of the little beggars overdoes it and sets himself off. Rather nasty, really. Dragon innards are so hard to shift from the ceiling.
Do they all explode?
Well, what they're trying to do is modify their digestion to create hotter flames. If they could only approach evolution more scientifically, they might do better. As it is, the species needs an awful lot of looking after.
Is a self-detonating, toxic, defecating house pet really going to catch on?
Well, there's the excitement of breeding, pedigree lines and all.
Yeah, and you can watch them all blow up afterwards.
Yes, it's hard. You get so fond of them. I give the members of one family line the same name, and then just attach a number on the end. It makes it less heart-wrenching to lose one then. That was Mambo the 15th, who just detonated now. Sadly, his son is a bit of a disappointment.
Oh?
Yes, he's a runt. Mambo the 16th will probably never survive to breed. He's too small to fly, and dragons mate on the wing, don't you know? Still, he's a romantic little soul. A real charmer to the ladies.
Ladies?
Well, lady dragons. He's always doing little mating dances. Quite the little show-off, really.
Quite sad, really.
Dragons? Where?
All around you, young man. Swamp dragons. The only kind of dragon that normally exists, of course. They're quite lovable. Are you a member of the Dragon Protection Society?
Protection Society? My dear woman, there's a dragon out there that is bent on burning this whole city to the ground.
Yes, poor thing. It's usually the owner's fault, you know.
Well, she's not wrong. Yeah, that sound you can hear is the cat working its magic on the table leg there, folks. Come here. Come on. I think she wants to join us.
Let me see. Is it 'cause Uncle Pete sat on your chair? Yep, it is. It's just the strangest little cat.
Yeah, this is going to be fun to edit.
Just leave it all in.
Anyway.
Well, I'll catch you later then.
Yeah, so Lady Ramkin is another character from the books. She's introduced in Guards, which is the main inspiration for this game. And after that book, she marries Commander Vimes of the Ankh-Morpork City Watch, who sadly does not appear in this game.
A nice blue ribbon and rosette.
Yes, I won that at last year's Swamp Dragon Breeders' Show. Poor old Reginald Lampwick Punchinborough III. He just up and exploded with excitement at the time. Pity, really.
Now if we come over here, we find...
I hope that leash isn't flammable.
So
I hope that leash isn't flammable.
So now we have a leash as well.
Good grief, it's sizzling.
Is that formerly a dragon, I wonder?
That doesn't work. Tecumseh Farragut the 9th. Randolph Bloomington Horrogate the 11th.
Well, there he goes.
Oops! Make that the 10th. Nigel Hawthorne Rampshire the 8th. Mambo the 16th. Quite a chirpy little chap, aren't you?
Yeah, he's cute, isn't he?
Very.
Don't think we can
I
get in the
wonder
door
if
now.
wood is really the wisest thing to make dragon cages out of. Nope! I can't shift it. Aha! The tradesman's entrance.
I wonder what we traded him for. Wait, hang on, we've done this joke already. Now, once again, you may have noticed there was a delay between knocking the door and Lady Ramkin answering, so... In venturing in terms, obviously that means... we have to use the time to our advantage to nip round the back before she gets here. Being the kleptomaniacs that we are.
Absolutely.
Nothing like that fine Ankh-Morpork workmanship, is there?
Oh, we've got a nail, because you never know when you're
A
going to
nice
need
big rusty nail. Another one for my coffin. Nope! I can't shift it.
Oh, was I jumping the gun? Oh no. Now we've now nicked the ribbon from under Lady Ramkin's nose. I'm sure she won't mind. Right, let's get the hell out of here before she gets back.
What? Leave this wonderful place?
That was the idea. Right, now let's head up to the inn. Some actual developments up here for a change. I've given up closing the door, so...
There's something lurking behind it.
Could it be?
Who's there? Hello? Hello, is anybody there? Look, there is someone there. I can see bits of you poking out behind the door. What are you doing back there?
Go away. I'm the bogeyman.
Really?
I'll give you a fright you'll never forget.
Look, just come out from behind the door.
I can't. I'm afraid of open spaces.
An agoraphobic bogeyman?
Lay off. It's no fun being a legendary figure of terror.
What does a bogeyman do, anyway?
It's quite a hard job being a traditional figure of terror. Long hours and no real holidays.
Really?
Well, there's the good side, too. There's your place in folk tale and legend, and you're your own boss.
Get out from behind that door.
I want my mum.
So, right, there we go, another Tony Robinson character to add to the pile.
So, what does a bogeyman do, actually?
We have a highly valued traditional community role.
What, frightening children into eating their greens? Serving as formless objects of folk terror, that sort of thing?
Yes. Yes, that's it. Then there's your special commissions. One time, these wizards tried locking a cat inside a box and opening it up every now and then to see whether the cat had died. My father frightened one of the old geezers to death when he jumped out of the box instead.
I think I've heard of that.
Trick.
It added an extra complication to the principle of uncertainty. Made random chance seem a bit more random than anyone supposed.
It was all Death's doing, of course. A subcontract job.
Well, you know, you can't get the staff these days.
No.
You're not really a bogeyman.
I am too.
Go on, let's see you then.
I'll come out and you'll get such a shock.
All right then.
All right, what?
All right, come out and scare me.
Well, you're ready for it now. I mean, it's not a shock if you're expecting it.
So, you're saying your effectiveness as a legendary figure of terror is entirely due to my not knowing exactly what you are or when you'll appear?
Well, maybe.
In which case, you should change your name to something more appealing, you know, to heighten the shock effect.
Such as...
Cyril.
Cyril? That's no name for a bogeyman.
Heightens the surprise effect, though.
You're right there. Cyril the bogeyman.
Coming out from behind the door now?
No.
So yeah, this character is, I don't know if it's meant to be the same one, but he's based on a character from Reaper Man, who's, you know, the boogeyman, or bogeyman, however you want to pronounce it. He's basically afraid to come out from behind the door, so he just carries it around with him everywhere.
Ah, it's kind of a good idea.
Yeah.
Why are you hiding behind that door?
It's a metaphor.
Not a door?
A metaphor for my own insecurity. You see, not only does it provide a screen between myself and the outside world, but it is also a portal, an openable space, implying the possibility of future liberation from my phobia. Quite a powerful image, really.
Yeah, quite.
Oh, stop snivelling. I thought you were a grown monster. Whatever would your mother say?
Mother! Oh, Mother! My mother would never take me to the zoo, you know.
Really? Would you care to lie on a couch, by the way?
Oh, no. The door's quite comfortable, thank you. Anyway, I asked her, and she'd never take me.
Have you ever thought of seeing a psychiatrist about this problem?
Oh, no. I mean, that's for sick people.
Yes, quite. Tell me about your mother.
Well, the zoo's important to a young bogeyman, you know. All part of a basic education. It's not easy scaring people, you see. Takes a lifetime of dedication. You have to start small and kind of work up to human beings.
As in, terrify some lower orders of life, then shift up to people once you've got the knack.
That's it. That's what you have to do.
Ah. Well, I think I can help you there. I can find you some foxes.
Foxes?
Sorry, I meant mice. Anyway, I can find you a few if you like, and you can try scaring those.
They're not big mice, are they?
I don't think so.
I mean those ones that jump. Can't bear it when they jump.
Well, you just come along and we'll find you some ones that don't jump.
Well, it's a good idea, but I'm afraid I just can't leave my door.
Oh, good grief. Why?
Well, it's a symbol, you see. A representation of my inner belief that I'm not yet ready to face a possibly hostile world.
Are you sure you've never been to a psychiatrist?
So he's up for the idea of helping us clear the mice out of the drum.
Well, goodbye.
We just need to find a way to let him take his door with him. So, how do we detach the door?
Screwdriver.
Exactly. Hey, the game's introducing logic at last. How about that? There we go.
Who's there?
It's Cyril.
Hello, isn't it?
Cyril
Look,
the
what are you
bogey
doing
man.
back there? Really? Look, an anchor? What is a boat?
It's
Really?
There's your place in...
Get out from behind that.
I want...
Let's try him again.
Oh, stop. I thought you were a...
Mother, oh, my
So
mother.
this time, we just skip to the end of this conversation.
That's it.
Then we should be able to get it.
Anyway, I can find you a few if you like, and you can...
They're not...
Yes, yes,
I
yes,
mean,
found that.
can't...
Yes, and so on and so on. Yeah. I kind of wish we'd seen him going across the city carrying that door around.
Yeah.
It would have been quite a sight to behold. There we go, now that Cyril's gone over to the drum, he'll have cleared the cellar out so we can go over and get that elderberry wine. But first, there's people here we can finally talk to. So let's have a quick word with them and then we'll be on our merry way.
A generic barman. They must be breeding the blighters in a vat. Haven't I seen you somewhere before?
My twin brother runs the mended drum.
Oh, good looks must run in the family.
And yes, it's Rob Brydon again.
Ah! A rough sea dog. Very suspicious looking dog, that.
Now, do you remember we saw the post in the village squares advertising a small dog that talks too much?
Here, doggy, doggy, doggy.
Well, this will be him here.
What an odd expression. Very wooden.
Have you heard about my dog? Gaspo, the wonder dog.
Oh, go drink a bottle of gear.
Oh, my dog. My wonderful dog. A beautiful dog it is indeed.
Beautiful?
Care for a bottle of gear?
Yeah, this is Gaspo the Wonder Dog. He can talk, don't you know?
Ah.
Greetings, noble nautical person.
Yeah, what do you want?
Give us a kiss then.
What?
I didn't mean to.
Mr. Wizard wants a spanking.
Help!
Got the gear, got the gear.
Are you looking for trouble?
No, it's not me. I'm not the one who's...
Why don't you give the dog a bone, you great tattooed matalope?
Help! Did anyone get the number of that donkey cart?
Yeah, so we can't talk to the sailor while Gaspo's there because he keeps was it ventriloquisting us? Was that a word? Yeah, it is. It is now. We'll just use that. So we need to find a way to deal with him. But first, let's see about these foxes. Mice, sorry. Right, let's see how Cyril's coped with those terrifying eyes. Oh.
Ho, ho, and ha. What it is to laugh.
So yeah, all the time there were just little cards with eyes drawn on them.
Funny. Oh. I never knew mice could knock their knees.
Well, there's at least one mouse there, so...
Oh, did you get the number of that donkey cart?
Is that the same mouse from the Alchemist shell?
Yes, metaphor or not, we really must do something about that door.
I don't know, I think he carries it pretty well.
Hello again.
So, how do we do?
Well, He put up quite a fight, but I think I finally got him.
Terrible fight?
Well, yes, quite ferocious.
Ferocious? How? How does a half-starved rodent of the order Mus Domesticus manage to almost overpower a full-grown bogeyman?
He squeaked at me.
Squeaked? Just squeaked?
Well, it was the way he squeaked. Puts the wind up you know. Mouse bites can infect. I read it somewhere. Some fella's arm rotted clean off.
You can't be infected. You're a legendary figure of terror.
Still, best not take any chances.
Yeah, right.
You don't think he's going to come round again, do you?
Of course not. I mean, just look at him. Anyway, let's see if we can find some elderberry wine.
Bear Hugger's Whiskey, 20% proof.
Okay, that's not it.
River Ank Water, 100% proof. I suppose anything that's gone through so many sets of kidneys must be pure.
Yeah.
Elderberry wine, best used before 3:30 p.m.
There we go, there's the elderberry wine. Oh, and we can actually just sample some of it as well. Yum. So, we've got we've got the old tankard from the bar upstairs. Just fill that up with wine. There we go, one tankard.
A tankard of
wine?
At
Elderberry
least
wine.
it looks like wine. I wonder why it's pitting the metal in the tankard.
See what else we have.
Counterwise wine. Looks like a good year, even if it is 10 years from now.
And we have the lamp as well.
Useful kind of thing to have in this place.
Okay, now at this point, the game pulls something of a dick move on you with this elderberry wine quest. So first off, we've got the wine, so let's head back to the mine. When the scared guy's buggered off again. So head out of the drum, out into Ankh-Morpork, out of Ankh-Morpork, out through the gate, and over to the mine. And what happens when we get to the mine? This happens.
One tankard, Brumeldian bladderbuster sized.
So the luggage drunk all the elderberry wine.
Ah.
Which means we have to go all the way back.
Ah. That's quite funny then.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that this is the developers deliberately trolling the player at this point. So we have to go all the way back to the drum, get a new tankard and put it in Rincewind's inventory so the luggage can't get at it.
Oh, nice.
Greedy little basket. So anyway, take two. So now we're back in the mine, and this time we've got the wine in Rincewind's inventory, which he somehow managed to get all the way here without spilling. So there we go, you can hand it over. And let's see what he can do with our sword now.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes? What is it? We haven't got all day. We dwarf and swordsmiths lead a busy life.
Well, would you tune up this sword for me? A sword that goes ting!
There we go, so we're one step closer to that fabled 1,000,000 to 1 chance.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes?
Nope, nothing new to add. Okay, fair enough. Okay, so now it's one step closer, so we'll call this episode to a close there. So we'll chase down the rest of the MacGuffins du jour next time. Until next... Yeah, I beg your pardon. So until then, say goodnight, Viv.
Good night, Viv.
Night, everybody.